Security has been stepped up across France, with the country's Prime Minister warning the threat of terror remains high and there could be further attacks following last week's bloodshed. 10,000 police and security forces are being deployed. Half of them have been tasked to protect 700 Jewish schools across the country. It comes almost 24 hours since millions of people marched across France in solidarity for the Paris victims. Meanwhile, Turkey's foreign minister has confirmed the partner and accomplice of one of the Paris gunmen is now in Syria. Sky News reporter Robert Nisbet is in Paris and has the details.
Certainly at the Place de la République, where I am at the moment, it's much more reflective than it was yesterday, which was more of a celebration of solidarity. Today, people are looking at the monument, looking at the tributes and the candles and the flowers that have been left here, mostly in silence, it must be said. And that is as news filters through from this meeting this morning involving the Prime Minister and various security chiefs about what can be done to prevent a recurrence of the events of the last few days. Now, what they're talking about is 10,000 military and police at sensitive sites. Now, we understand that 5,000 of those, half of them, will be apportioned to schools in the Jewish schools network, of which there are 700. Now, these are not just schools that just have Jewish pupils. They also have other denominations represented as well. Now, there is, at the moment, we are expecting a visit from Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, at the supermarket where 4 people were killed. He is going to be there and talking to Jewish leaders. And that, as more information is filtering through, as you were alluding to earlier, about Hayat Boumediene, who was the girlfriend of the gunman at that supermarket, 26 years of age, who went from Turkey into Syria on Wednesday, the day of the shootings. She had gone to Turkey about 6 days earlier. As you can imagine, they would like to keep tabs on her. We're also now seeing new footage that has emerged from those sieges. Firstly, Interior Ministry video of the hostages being released from the supermarket, which shows just how traumatic it obviously was for the hostages. You can see it etched on their faces. Also confusion as the police officers shout to each other. An incredibly tense moment with bullets flying from both inside and outside the shop. And also we have seen footage now of the preparation for the storming of the print works. You could see the army and the police officers readying themselves for the attack on it and for getting the 2 gunmen to come out, to flush them out in effect with stun grenades, and that of course is when the 2 brothers were killed.
We will take you live now to Paris, where the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the French President Francois Hollande are visiting the scene of the supermarket siege in which 4 hostages were killed on Friday. As you can see, there's a makeshift memorial at the site and it seems to be growing. 4 people were killed when Ahmadi Koulibaly staged an attack on the kosher supermarket. At the same time, Charlie Hebdo gunmen Sharif and Sayed Kouachi were holed up in an industrial estate to the northeast of the capital. It's since emerged that Koulibaly met Sharif Kouachi in prison and that they spoke more than 500 times on the phone before the coordinated attacks.